guys, how you doing? Scott Van's in here. I got a new hat. My daughter bought it for me. Pretty cool, huh? Look like I should be in an LA gang. Anyway, hey, I've had a crazy week traveling, and last week traveling, and this weekend, and so I didn't want to go without a lick talk. So welcome to a lick talk here. But I'm just throwing it together on my phone. I'll edit it tomorrow when I get back in. I'm actually getting ready for a show tonight at Mandalay Bay. So here we go. But I had this idea I wanted to run by you because I wanted to talk a little bit about improvising. And we're just going to use, it's real basic. Let's get going here. It's the basic A minor pentatonic scale. Of course, you can use all the scale patterns for those, which those are in my course. They're all over the web, wherever. But this will help you get the idea. So what I want to do is show you how to come up with some licks by confining yourself to certain areas. So the first thing you want to do is learn where the three root notes are in that pattern. So you got an A right there. You got an A right there. So one on the 5th fret, low string, low E string, one on the 7th fret, D string, one on the high E string, 5th fret. Those are your root notes because those are going to be your landing places in each time you're coming up with a lick. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put yourself into certain blocks. So the first thing you want to do is put yourself into blocks of 2. So what you'll do is you will give yourself the low E string and the A string, and the 4 notes in that are right there. So those are the ones you want to confine yourself to. So while you're making a lick, let's say use the different things like sliding up, sliding down, hammer-ons, pull-offs. So you might go. So what I did is I slid up, then I did a hammer-on, or I did a little different. Oh, I just went back down. So slide up, back, slide back up, and then hammer on, and then. So whatever combination you come up with, it's what I'm talking about here mostly is about the block formation. So now, so you're landing on your root note. Now your next set of blocks is the A and just the A and the D string. So invent something there. So it might go, right? And then the next one, you're going to go with the 2 middle strings, the D and the G string. And then the next one, there is no root note in that on the next 2 strings. So you borrow one of the other ones. So let's say we'll borrow the either one. You can borrow this one on the D string, or also the one on the high E string. So so just using those 2, but to land, and you don't have to land. You can keep going, and then your last 2 strings. So if I kind of built up a lick like that, from that I'd like mess around on each of those areas. So E and A first, and then to the D and A, and then also G and D, and then to the G and the B, and then up to the high one. So if I'm hanging around those areas each time, it gives me a method. Now, by confining myself to a certain area, it's going to give me a pattern and help me to invent stuff. Sometimes to get creative, you want to lock yourself into some kind of math equation, which is what we just did, and then follow that. Put yourself into a situation like that, and you'll end up with more licks. All right, the other one I would suggest do that. Get yourself a rhythm off YouTube, or just give yourself like a... something like that, some kind of A minor, and just play that way. Next one you want to do is sets of 3. So the sets of 3 would be starting on your low E, D, A string. So it'd be like you can come up with the same thing, but you got a little bit more freedom here. And you also have 2 root notes in this one. You got this root note too. So the next one is A string, D string, G string. Stick with those 3 strings. Only 1 root note in that one. Next one is the D, G, and B string. And the next one is the G, B, and E string, and your root note is a, so it'd be like. And then we go to the, you know, we can go back down to the B, G, D. And then to the 1 string down from that would be the G, the D, and the A. And then going all the way back down to the last 3. So there's a little trick to just kind of get you into an improv. There's a lot of freedom in that. You're not sticking with any one picking pattern or one hammer on or pull off. You can come up with whatever you want, but confine yourself to 2 or 3 string blocks within one scale. It doesn't have to only be the minor pentatonic, could be any kind of scale. Minor scale, major scale, arpeggios, whatever. It will give you a way to go after that. All right, listen, I got to get ready, but I want to say thank you guys, and I want to let you know, I throw these up there for nothing. Sometimes people buy from my school. I want to show if you want to help out with donations, keeping the lights on around here. Here is some information with Venmo and PayPal, how you can get to me and shoot me some dough if you can afford it. If you can't, that's okay. I know we're in rough times. It's different days for musicians these days. You got to kind of do what you got to do, but I want to get as much of my content out there as possible, and it ain't easy sometimes, so I appreciate all of you guys that can donate and help donate. All right, I will see you on the next Lick Talk. Thanks again, man. See you later.